Feel the pressure for winning this one?
No, no pressure. I try not to pressure myself anymore. I try to, enjoy my game and, see how much fun I could have. I think my game is at a different level now, so I try to think about, having that passion again and, reigniting that.
Now, Deandra, have you changed a winning side from yesterday?
One change, Sugun comes in for Hector.
Happy boshing, good luck with that.
Thank you.
And for you, dear Stefani, what about you, your side? Any little changes from the Sixers?
Yeah, from the 60 we have one change. So Vincent comes in for Zeta.
Oh, nice. Well, ladies, all the best and cane it and go crazy.
Thank you.
Well, the news from out in the centre here, Guyana win the toss, go up front as a group and swing a couple with the new ball.
Oh, thank you, Danny Morrison. Always so joyous. Thank you both to the captains. So this is where the weather is coming from, in the eastern side of the ground. All the weather blows from the east to the west. There's some concerns here because we've got some grey clouds and it does feel a bit precipitous, as if it's inevitable. You can feel just how much cooler it looks out there. I cannot overstate how hot it's been here all week. So just a little rain around, real big change in the temperature. Maybe a relief for the spectators, but of course they would love to see the cricket start on time. Let's have a look at the teams in the meanwhile. Darren Ganga, you can take us through.
One change to the Trinbago Knight Riders. Steffi Sukrim in the side, but it's a power pack team. You think of Deandra Dutton, the captain, and how dynamic she is with ball and bat. And then Kaishona Knight, she's shown good form. Leanne Kirby, who scored that runner ball 30 and picked up 2 wickets in the last game, she's in form. Sunalise, the South African international, with bat and ball is always handy. Haley Jensen, the right-hand fast bowler, will add versatility. And Gitika Kudali, her heroics in that T10 was quite brilliant.
All right, great. Well, I hope he's got a little bit of an umbrella. Let's join Danny Morrison with an update on conditions.
Well, I've got to say, conditions, in terms of the coolness that you talked about there, Alex Jordan, superb, because there is a little bit of that rain around out there to the northeast. But in terms of the 22 yards for the players, nothing's really changed too much. I just say, it sort of feels a little bit drier than last week. We've had such good weather around, and the ground staff have sort of shaved it a lot at this one. It's a lot grassier there towards the media end. And I think, again, it just shows you it's a really good surface. If spinners bowl well and get that flight and that pace right, as Miralee Kartik was on about at length in commentary, is that it does go a little bit off the straight. Not fast, but a little bit. And so there is something there. And I think if you're really focused about it in terms of getting in with the batter, the bat should dominate the ball, really, if you get in and get set. So really no real gremlins to speak of, no discernible marks. There's the odd kissing of the white ball. You can see probably some of the specks there. It is really a very nice pitch.
Well, that's great news, because we're ready to use it very shortly. We are going to take a very short break here, and this is what they're all playing for. It's the first of its kind, the Massey Women's CPL. It will go down in history, the winner of this for the first year. So we should have some live action for you very shortly, just around the corner. So stay with us and we'll be back right after this break.
How we play. So get up and unite for your team. We'll give the best we've got. Guess how we play.
Hello everyone and welcome to Warner Park for match number 2 at the Massey Women's CPL. The Trinbago Knight Riders versus the Guyana Amazon Warriors. A little bit of bad news, we have got some weather. The rain has come back and it's hanging around for a little bit, so we do have a delayed start here for sure. But the good news about this part of the world is that there's lots of breeze and it should pass by rather quickly, we're hoping. We did have a toss. Stefani Taylor of the Amazon Warriors, she won that toss and decided to bowl. Send the Trinbago Knight Riders out to bat. Darren Ganga.
It's a formidable unit, a unit that is coming off a win. Deandra Dotting taking the ball in the last game and finishing things for her team. But Leanne Kirby, Sunelise, Haley Jensen, they're all critical members of this side, and they'll need to guide the younger players. Players like Gitika Kodali, the young US player who has created a stir in the previous SkyX 60 tournament. Anissa Mohammed, with her experience off spin, will also prove to be crucial. And Sugrim gets an opportunity for the first time. And for the Warriors, they will rely heavily on their captain, Stefani Taylor. She is a top-class international player. She loves playing through the offside. She would lead this batting, and so too Chamari Atapattu, the Sri Lankan international. She got some starts in the previous tournament, really didn't carry on. This might just be her moment. Remember, this team is a team that will want to win and not put themselves under pressure in that final game against Barbados Royals.
Might be worth keeping an eye out also for Charmaine Campbell, who's really been improving with the bat and really excited to get her opportunity. She spoke to me before the game actually about liking her chances with the bat and enjoying it more and more, collecting information with each game. We see a couple of the Amazon Warriors there. That's the weather as it stands, I'm afraid. We can hardly see the peak in Nevis. We do have 74 minutes before we start losing overs, so that's the good news. And like I said, Darren Ganga, the weather should pass over rather quickly.
Yeah, and even if it rains, the drainage here at Warner Park is always very good, so I don't anticipate that it will lead to an abandoned match. Clouds still fairly high, and as you mentioned, Alex Jordan, the wind here quite strong, so it will blow across to the western side of the island. The ground staff, they're very knowledgeable. They can anticipate inclement weather, and that is exactly what they've done.
It is one of the beautiful things about living in the Caribbean is that you can see the weather, you can watch it rolling in over the hills. There can be one road where one half of the road it's raining and the other half is dry. So you can see a couple of our groundsmen there enjoying the cool weather, lying back and enjoying, because it's not actually raining over the ground yet, but of course the weather coming towards off of the sea.
Yeah, a little bit of an advantage for Stefani Taylor winning the toss, opting to bowl first, so no matter what happens and any degree of play, she will have a target in front of her, so that will prove to be advantageous for the Warriors. We'll have to wait and see. But again, Trinbago Knight Riders, if they win today, they seal their spot in the final. That's a big incentive for this TKR team.
Yeah, and surely they're feeling really confident after that great win yesterday over the Royals. A bit earlier, we saw the Trinbago Knight Riders, the men from the Hero CPL, with a victory over the St. Lucia Kings. 143 for 9, the St. Lucia Kings. Roshan Primus from Barbados with a 38 off 25, and Mark Dial with a good 35 as well. Akil Hossain's 4 for 13, just outstanding. Picked up a little injury in that game, Akil Hossain, so we hope he's going to be feeling a lot better. A good performance also from Jaden Seals. Picked up a couple of wickets.
He did, bowled with great control. He had the smarts against the opposition players. Johnson Charles, he just enticed him outside the off stump. Roston Chase was the judge, LBW. and he continued to put pressure on the Kings with his wicket taking. 14 dot deliveries in his complement of 4 overs, and they simply had no answer for the star left arm spinner.
Yeah, wonderful to see the West Indians doing well, isn't it, Darren Ganga? And Alzari Joseph, what about his figures? Another 4-for.
Gave the Kings a chance, although the total was a below par total to defend. He bowled with real pace. Now the prize wicket of Andre Russell. Then he got Tim Seifert. And in the end, things got a little bit dicey. A brilliant catch from Mark Dale on the boundary line to dismiss Karen Pollard. And the 4th and final wicket, that of Sikuge Prasanna. Just giving a little bit of hope, Alex Jordan, when you felt the Knight Riders had the game sewn up in about the 15th over.
Well, I heard a few people yelling for a wicket maiden for Scotty Kugelein's last. Look at this, fella. This is what I'm talking about. If you want one picture that sums up the Caribbean region, this is it right here, my friends. Music and drinks and dancing in the rain. Cricket will start back when it starts back.
I'll be more specific. That picture epitomizes Hero CPL.
Facts. It is the biggest party in sport, people, and we take it seriously. Rain or shine. All right, guys, rain is falling. We'll take a little break, but we hope to get to some cricket very soon. So stay with us, and we'll see you shortly.
It's how we play. flag.
Here we are at Warner for the Massey Women's CPL, and there's the second match. Knight Riders versus the Amazon Warriors out of Guyana. Had a little half-hour delay in terms of squally showers. I mean, bright and breezy coming through, and the ground staff have been busy. Just a little while ago, Stefani Taylor had the toss of the coin go her way, and she said, look, I'll have a field first. Our team are going to go up front and bowl, and we want to chase. Stacey Ann King alongside. They've made one change here. SAK.
Steffi Sugrim comes in, left-arm orthodox. She comes in for Shonisha Hector. But again, young Kodali getting an opportunity. Look out for Leanne Kirby, who top scored with 30. Off 30 balls in that first game.
Yeah, she was the MVP, wasn't she? Leanne Kirby. In terms of her bowling as well, and boshing a few. And Guyana Amazon Warriors seeing for the first time here in this Massey CPL.
Rachel Vincent comes in for this first game for Guyana Amazon Warriors. Missed out in the 60. I think they want to make amends here. Out for Cherry Ann Fraser, bowling, and Shamila Connell. They've got a pretty good bowling lineup.
Yeah, Leaden Skies out the back, and it does tend to come from there. But also, I've got to say, over the years of coming to St Kitts here at Warner, it does blow through and can often zip out to sea and bypass Warner Park. So we're hopefully, fingers crossed, going to have that sort of scenario. Jamelia Connell is going to front up. Ms Connell very strong, saw her at the toss. She had a grin and said, no bounce from you. Still getting harassed in my old age. Natasha McLean. And Dan Kirby, as I mentioned, yeah, did okay in terms of being the MVP in terms of that match against Barbados. She got 30 from 30, held things together, 3 4s and 2 6s for Kirby, and then 2 for 34 and 4. In terms of her bowling, yeah, going to have a little countdown as per this Massey Women's CPL, our second match of this little mini-series here at Warner Park. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. Connell spot on the mark.
A good start from her. I think she'll remember as well from watching yesterday's game that this pair put on a 33-run partnership, opening partnership between Kirby and Natasha McLean.
Slip in. A bit of pace here, just going to warm up and get into her work as Connell. Skipper, is that her? I think Stefani Taylor at slip. A really generic field with third in, right down on the fence there for that outside edge that could race away to that pocket of third. Hunting up in the covers and mid-wicket on the fence. 2 players out. There is that little nice bit of pace in this pitch. Good carry.
Yeah, not given any width. All pretty tidy. 3 dots. The Connell. Well, we've got a change behind his stumps as well. Shemaine Campbell is featured. In the previous games, we saw Rashida Williams.
Nimble, Ready to glove a couple. Hope for an edge. It's the captain. That's going to get through. No. Oh, great effort. Rachel Vincent, who's into the side today. Very good effort indeed.
Good timing from Natasha McLean, but even better fielding.
On offer, but no connection. So after one, it's one for none. Quite leaden skies out of the eastern side of Warner. Sun rises over there. It's going past out the ocean there. Nevis is pretty much covered now. Just wonder whether we get lucky that it can blow past Warner. Ayabonga Kaka in terms of pace and tall, angular woman. Kaka, the first one. McLean wants to get busy in the power play.
She only picked up 2 wickets. Ayabonga Kaka in the 60. So a better bowler than that tournament.
Out for those hero fans of the match. Down, no, can't. This will run away for the first boundary here in match 2 for TKR.
Yeah, picking up where she left off, Leanne Kirby, that knock of 30 off 30 in yesterday's game. Yeah, once she's given width, she'll pierce that offside field. And she's such a dangerous player up at this top end.
And we'll get back Natasha McLean. Kirby rather, look at this. Oof. And the weather, sadly, is looking a little ominous out to the left.
Yeah, this is a nice little picture of her mom, and her mom. She lost her mom last month. Yeah, she was really close with her mom, Leanne Kirby, hence the reason for just having that picture in memory of her. Sister Lorna, we called her.
Oh dear, this is most frustrating. Ground staff racing out with the covers and that squally showers that we've had through the early part of this afternoon. It's come to rejoin us. Challenges there for the ground staff. Need to get all hands on deck, folks. Get out there, fellas. Get it down quickly. The big ones are coming, but yeah, haven't been lucky with this. It's come squalling over, and they've got to get this down. Hurry up and get this covering down on the square. Yeah, feel for you, gents, that breeze. Wow, water flying off. Batten down the hatches. Oh, turning into a giant spinnaker out there. Things seem to be a little more under control now. But yeah, it's a serious squall coming through. Quite dark indeed here. Can't sleep under there, brother. You'll have to get back to the changing sheds later. So only 6 minutes in play so far, and the Night Riders, who are asked to bat first by Stefani Taylor, have managed to just knock over 6 runs, 1.4 with 1 boundary. That's pretty much it. So Ducker's just come on. It's rather dark and gloomy now. It's come right across the bay and through the city. So tough for the ground staff, but they're doing a sterling job. More covers coming out as we speak. And this is by far the heaviest shower we've had this afternoon. 10th anniversary of the CPL, and let's hear about the journey of the Hero CPL.
CPL has brought so much excitement to the world of cricket.
10 years of anything, that's a decade. It's a great achievement.
2013, it feels like yesterday that we played the first game in Barbados.
It's very special for anybody who's involved in this tournament, particularly so for me. This is the 10th year of the CPL, and it's my 9th year.
A wonderful tournament like this, the biggest party in sport. And for me to be playing in all editions, it has been something spectacular for me.
For me, coming back here now is my 5th year. I feel very blessed to get that continued opportunity. 3 years with Guyana, now 2 years with Jamaica.
In our 10th year, we are going to be able to travel around the Caribbean and bring the joy and the passion to the countries that haven't seen us in the past few years.
It's great to be moving around the Caribbean again. The fans are coming back out, a lot of excitement. Yeah, we're going to have fun, and it's going to be a brilliant tournament once more.
It's had a tremendous impact on the region. Certainly from a cricket point of view, we've seen the emergence of a number of West Indian players made a name for themselves on the international scene as well. From a cricket point of view, that's something that we're very proud of.
He's gone again. I don't know if he's quite got this, but no, he has. He has definitely got it. And that's his 4th CPL 50.
Fire within is huge. I think it's an amazing launch platform for so many players here in the Caribbean.
Women's sport around the world is now beginning to get a huge amount of traction, and there's some great players here in the region and internationally. So it was about time we went up that notch and gave the women the same platform as the men. It's remarkable to think that, with all the rises of T20 leagues around the world, CPL is still going strong. Second most watched league in the world after IPL, obviously. This is now the #1 entertainment brand in the region.
There's always something here in the Caribbean, and I think that vibe and that energy is so vibrant that it makes me as a player really, really excited to play.
Champion, champion.
We're the biggest party in sport, so there won't be a night that goes by in Guyana where we won't have something. We've got a celebrationary dinner, obviously, where the great and the good will come, and yeah, it's just going to be a great year.
Here is to 10 years of CPL.
Yeah, it has been a real pleasure and a blessing to be involved with the Hero CPL since its inception in season 1 of 2013. A wonderful little look back there. Some of the serious protagonists have helped keep us pumping along. What a massive event it is to organise, and it really is a great tournament to be part of. Well, covers are still out there, and it's still pretty gloomy. The showers are still just lightly coming across, not so heavy anymore. It's just a little smattering of rain, very tiny amount. We'll take a little wee break, and hopefully when we come back we'll have live action for you.
How we play. flag.
Warner Park here in St Kitts and Nevis for the Knight Riders versus the Amazon Warriors in the Massey Women's CPL, and it's an inaugural season of it. And we've had a bit of rain, unfortunately, just hovering around the region, but I can tell you the sun's been out for some time now, and the ground staff have been weaving their magic, doing their thing, covers off, super soppers, you name it. They've been doing a sterling job out there. McLean and Kirby of open proceedings. We've only had 1.4 overs, half a dozen on the board, and in terms of just 2 bowlers used, Connell and Kaka, and we are about to tee off again, local time 4:10, and we've not lost any overs, so no overs lost in this 2020 fixture. So the rain is just passing through, whipping on through into the horizon there. And as I look at our privileged commentary position, it's looking okay at the moment. Hard to tell over the back of those other hills that are further out to the Atlantic, where it's coming from. But all is in readiness to get things underway here very shortly, as I say, in probably just a minute or two's time. Just going to rope the boundary here and the outfield as well. So the boundary rope is out. They've done a bit around the boundary, and they're doing a little bit more on the infield as well now, right through to near the square. So they'll get that whipped off and sorted out, and just take a little more excess moisture off the top. And what I'm just going to ask you, Stacey and King, rain delays, I know they're frustrating, the obvious, but what did you guys get up to in the dressing room to wait and kill a bit of time, knowing that you're probably likely to go out with what we've had, maybe like nearly 30 minutes delay here, a bit more?
Yeah, you might just get some moves going. There's music being played, so a little bit of aerobics, a couple of steps, just to keep limbered up.
A lot of card shark, cards out, the girls, some of them.
Well, you'll find that as well. But again, just staying switched on, doing whatever is necessary. Look at Cherry Ann Fraser. Just having a bit of a bounce. And see some resistance bands as well, just mobilizing.
Yeah, that's the beauty here in the Caribbean. The music is such a massive part of the culture. Really is in the DNA, and the players, of course, all part of that too. So not hard to sort of in inverted commas get fired up, get out there and keep moving, keep warm. There's a little bit of a training area at the back if someone to go out there and have a bit of a hit. These two in particular, McLean and Kirby, want to have a few throwdowns maybe, get moving and feel ball on bat. Bands have really enjoyed themselves with this new initiative, the Massey Women's CPL. For a few matches whilst we're here in St Kitts and Nevis. Had the 60, then over Wednesday to Sunday just gone, and now from this Wednesday to this Sunday we've got the women mixing in with the men in a CPL setup, which is a joy to see.
And the girls have made comments, they've really enjoyed sharing the same dressing rooms with men teams, playing little games, activity days, being able to learn from them, ask questions.
Yeah, 100%. Stacey Ann, that's what it's about. Knowledge sharing and just experience. Pass all that on, and particularly franchise cricket. Your international guys cross over, and youngsters get the opportunity to develop, hone their skills. Righto, we're back into it. Kaka to finish off and over here. Well, it starts with a wide, understandably. So, a couple still to go and an extra little run.
Yeah, just the importance of being switched on.
class act as Kaka, the Rainbow Nation, South Africa. So finish this one off. Nice straight approach. Go. And between batter and bowler. 2 done, 7 for none. Connell again. Just can't find the gap. It's just been the order of things just with the women's game. Understandably, not playing a lot here at Warner. We've had the sixes, and then started this Massey women's CPL. So only the second game.
She gets a single, Natasha McLean, but batted to her expectation. Much more powerful batter. Scored 8 runs in the 60, the recently concluded 60.
Up and over, you're beautiful. There was width on offer. It was short and it was wide, and it got the treatment. Another boundary, just the second one of the innings so far.
Yeah, you can't give her width beyond Kirby. She latches onto anything at all. And that is why. Marietta Patu at backward point didn't have a chance.
Line, just careful, a bit wary, trying not to get too straight. Skipper's come out. She was at slip, but Stefani Taylor's going to move out of that position and go to a short, straight mid-wicket. White catching, sort of in between. Signalling to a third, squarer. Mid-wicket is very straight on the fence. 2 out. There's a good bouncer. Nice little height. 1 for the over.
Yeah, that's what she can do, Shamila Connell. It batters thinking twice. Yeah, good bounce, good carry.
Top of the helmet. Nice and straight just to finish off proceedings. 3 done, and it's a 12 without loss here.
Good to see some young ladies in the stands supporting their favorite players.
Just reiterating, you just tuned in, no loss of overs. It's Massey Women's CPL fixture, match 2 series. Flashing blade, and is that Canella South, is it? Yep, she's low nicely. Saved a couple of runs for sure. Might have even raced away if it got under her body, but she did well. hesitation. Yes and no, and then wait, sorry. McLean and Kirby need to be very clear and concise about their calling.
Yeah, that's the area that they need to improve on. They can hit boundaries, but just need to pick up singles within this period.
Big shout. Come a long way down, though, did McLean. Went right across the line. Yeah, probably would have been better just to try and punch a bit straighter. Back past the bowler. Annoyed with herself.
And good from Ayabonga Kaka. A lot of variations. Bowls a lot of slower balls. Knows how to take pace off.
Suddenly from Kaka, had 4 dots on the trot. Just wonder here how Usher McLean just coping with this. He's already gobbled up 2 overs, not 3 on the board, which to her name. Does pierce the backward point. Now, quick. Yeah. Good little brace. Just notice the keeper there. Campbell is holding that glove up in that setting sun, getting a bit lower the afternoon sun here, local time, 4:20.
Just that stride down, just that advancement.
Shorter one couldn't be dispatched. So only 2 off that 4th over, 14 without loss. Women's CPL. One tight one, Stacey and King. A couple to go.
The Guyana Amazon Warriors have a chance today to seal 2 points, and then tomorrow again. Tight schedule for the ladies.
Fraser. Big heave here from Kirby. Yeah, it's hectic. We've got this today, a triple header. Then there's a day off for everyone because we've got a huge weekend. It's Saturday, Sunday, triple headers. A little downtime for players and TV crew alike here. Much needed. Those that have been working a long time here in the West Indies. Hot, aggressive heat, so yeah, tough schedule. Marianne Fraser. Stop it. Sponsors. Rip the top off and throw away the cap. Outstanding. Kept a little low. Now get through. Scramble through for a moment.
That's the area of difficulty for her. Just bowls a bit too many extras, Cherry Ann Fraser, but she had a best of 3 for 6 in the 60.
Hard surface, but bowling from the medium end, you're bowling down to the more smoother, the more shaven end. Rightio, if you haven't already, download the CPL 60 chat app. It's a must. Get involved, fans. Skiddy, taken in the end from Campbell. Below that one. A lovely strike. Put down. Gashnabi's put this down. Gashnabi should have possibly held on to this.
It was hit firmly by Natasha McLean, but it should have been taken. By her standards, Shabika Gajnabi should have been taken.
Sherry-Ann Fraser, only 23 years young, had won T20I for the West Indies back in 2020 against the English. A bowl set in the match because that rain followed us around. Rain in England and then rain here as well. So we've had 5 and the Knight Riders haven't lost a wicket yet and they got 17 on the board.
And welcome back to Warner Park. Match number 2 of the Massey Women's CPL. Guyana Amazon Warriors. Karishma Ramarak into the attack. Getting good contact in Natasha McLean, but not finding the gaps, Darren Ganga.
Yeah, good partnership brewing, 17 from 33. No wicket loss yet, the Knight Riders. Just getting accustomed to the pace of the surface. The opposition bowlers. Strong offside feel.
Thank you very much, says Natasha McLean. How's that? Whacked! What a massy great shot. It's a maximum.
And it's glorious use of the feet. Getting to the pitch of the ball. There was a little bit of air on that delivery. Lovely swing that takes it all the way. First 6 of the innings.
Sensing she's got to get a move on here, Natasha McLean. More balls than runs. Probably not made any easier by the delays. A couple of rain delays in this match already. Lucky there, Natasha McLean. Collected by Sherry-Ann Fraser in the deep to pick up a couple of runs. 8 off this over already from Karishma Ramarak.
Keep your eyes on the bat swing by just slicing the ball. Again, the length not there, so reaching for the ball not ideal. Going after a boundary stroke.
Stop it!
8 from the over after 6. Knight Riders 25 without loss. Well, this should be taken very comfortably, and it is. First wicket, and it's strike from Cherry-Ann Fraser-Price. Oh, not Price. Cherry-Ann Fraser.
I know where your headspace is at, Alex Jordan.
She was quick as lightning. Well, that's a blow for the Trinbago Knight Riders, Leanne Kirby.
Yeah, just slicing the ball a bit. Again, just feeling that they're a little bit behind in the run rate at this stage of the innings, having not lost a wicket. Maybe trying to manufacture a shot. Kirby goes for 8, 25 for 1.
Big appeal. Well, Kirby's gone because of this one. Big swing. Can get hold of it, easily taken in the end by Chamari. That's a Patu. Tunelis is the new batter. Four runs. Another Massey great shot.
And a welcome boundary for Trinbago Knight Riders. They would know that 114 was just enough against Barbados Royals, so their target in their mind must be something beyond 120. Now they're getting a move on in the innings. First 6 overs producing just 25. You can sense there's a great acceleration.
There is indeed. Natasha McLean spanking it into the offside. There is a fielder collected. That's for Shada Williams. You get the sense as well, Darren Ganga, they just might be looking at the sky. A little threatening again in the east. Holding off for now.
But all extra time is exhausted. Remember, 1 hour of extra time was catered for. That's gone. So any delay because of rain will result in overs being reduced. It's exactly what Stefani Taylor said at the toss. A decision to bowl first.
Oh! The off stump. Brugadung. Another strike. Double strike in the wicket for Cherry-Ann Fraser. That could be the Massey play of the day.
It was a rapid delivery. Natasha McLean got her bat down a little too slow on this occasion. Maybe hanging back when she should be forward. Squared her up and castled her. The delight of her captain and the Warriors. Both openers being dismissed now. McLean goes for 20, 31 for 2.
Eventful over, 2 wickets in it already, 1 boundary and 1 ball to go.
Deandra Dotting the captain of this Trinbago Knight Riders team. Gigantic figure in the women's game.
A real enigma. He is. And off the mark immediately. Just the single. Was successful over for the Guyana Amazon Warriors after 7. The Knight Riders 32 for 2. Trinbago Knight Riders 32 for 2. Jerry-Ann Fraser doing the damage. 2 big bats at the crease. South African international Sune Lewis, who's captained South Africa. Deandra Dottin, the world boss. Call for 2. Well run.
Nice seam position. Bat coming down wide from the gully region as against from that first slip region. So creating that gap through which Jerry-Ann Fraser traveled. Dislodged the stumps. That transferring of the weight non-existent. Should have been a delivery that Tasha McLean should come forward to. Just got square on the crease.
Some good running here between the wickets. Talked about how destructive Deandra Dottin can be, of course, a big boundary hitter, but intent too on taking the singles. This lady intent on not picking a side. Trinbago Knight Riders, the men, won a match here this morning and fans have been out since then. More and more will come out this afternoon as we have another match after this. Amazon Warriors support. They've been here all week enjoying this match as a family. That's a happy birthday to that young man. They're from Guyana. They're from Georgetown, Guyana. They live in St. Kitts. We know this family very well. Big cricket fans.
Nice and watchful, Deandra Dottin. She will be aware of the 4 wickets which were lost between the 7th over and the 15th over in the last game. That is really what stymied the run scoring for the TKR's batting first. So I expect that there will be a more measured approach during this phase of the innings.
Yes, the fascinating thing about this format of the game, being watchful and aggressive simultaneously.
And Robert Samuels, the coach of the Trinbago Knight Riders, I'm sure would have spent a fair amount of time focusing on that aspect of the batting in the first game. So Deandra Dottin will want to get things right.
Just working the ball into space here. Called for a couple. Going to be close. This is good running. 8 off the over after 8. Knight Riders 40 for 2.
There's Robert Samuels, the coach of this Trinbago Knight Riders team, and left of screen, Marissa Aguilera, former West Indies women's team captain.
The sun will always come out in the Caribbean. Beautiful rainbow there.
She got the pot of gold. Sherry-Ann Fraser, 3 balls going away from Natasha McLean. Just getting her comfortable. That yellow tracker, the delivery that came into the right-handed McLean, hitting the bullseye, using the 2nd wicket for the Warriors.
Great promise, Sherry-Ann Fraser. Just a young talent. Made an impact as well in the Sky X60. Shabika Gajnabi, the new bowler. Out of Guyana. Oh, much cricketing talent and history out of that wonderful country we share with the South American continent. Ooh, well bowled.
Hint of inward movement, just cramping Deandra Dutton on that occasion. Finished a lot closer than she expected. She was looking to play square, offside. Rashada Williams, wicket keeping, standing up to the stumps. Rashada Williams and Shemaine Campbell both sharing duties behind the stumps.
Very vocal, Shemaine Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's wonderful to have you tuned in from wherever you are in the world. If you're in the Caribbean, watch CPL on the SportsMax app. You can download and watch for free in the Caribbean. You're welcome.
Oh, yes.
Nice tidy over from Gajnabi. After 9, Knight Riders 43-2. Jamelia Connell. Malozak road end. Sune Luce and Deandra Dalton, as you say, looking rather watchful. bit deeper. Or maybe pressing gas.
Both these players at the crease will know that they got starts in the previous game, weren't able to carry on. Again, very few players going beyond 50 in this tournament and in the previous SkyX 60 edition. So Tryon, the only player to go past 50. That's quite significant.
Yeah, she made it look easy, Tryon. In the first match of the SkyX 60, set the bar very high.
Change in the field. Final leg comes within the 30-yard circle. There is now a long on. That shot prompting a change in field.
All sorts of cricketing talent on display, and umpiring, that's Maria Abbott. She is the only Vincentian woman umpiring at this level. A little chat with her yesterday, very bubbly personality, delighted to be here. As of course we all are there in Ganga.
Yes, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's Butler, also from that part of the Caribbean. Obed McCoy. Quite a few significant figures.
Stopped, intercepted by Cherry Ann Fraser. All over the game she is.
The activities continue on the periphery of the playing arena. Please don't try this at home.
Oh, this looks like a very ancient practice, and the mountains behind to boot.
That's a garden fork.
Let's work in it around. Only 3 from the over. Halfway point, the Night Riders are 46 for 2. Time for drinks.
Which team will sail away with 2 points in this very important fixture? Night Riders already with 2 points. Elise and Deandra Dutton stringing together a nice little partnership here once again. 15 so far. Last game they put on 29 before they both departed. Critical stage of the innings to prepare for the last 5 when teams normally accelerate. First wicket to go, that of Leanne Kirby. Just trying to power this one offside, and then a beauty, real peach of a delivery in the same over from Sherry-Ann Fraser, accounting for Natasha McLean. Generally, all bowlers quite economical. Rishma Ramharak, the most expensive, being the only spinner used so far. Gajnabi to continue. Alongside me, Stacey Ann King. How do you assess things so far? Any one team with an advantage?
I think it's even Stevens, Darren Ganga, because we've seen that this pitch, you can chase anything. It's a good batting and bowling track. That's to run away. And just runs away into the boundary for 4 wides.
So straight after the break, a bit of indiscipline here with the ball from the Warriors. These 2 players at the crease, quite senior, so we'll try to just take control of the innings. Know how dangerous a well set Deandra Dutton can be. So too Sunay Lees, quite good.
Yeah, and coming in similar fashion as their previous games. Had a very good power play of 33 in the previous game, and then lost wickets in that 7 to 15 overs. So a bit of recovery from these 2, but similarity, and it's an area that TKR will have to look at.
Straight to the fielder, just short maybe. We'll have to look at that again to see if it carried, but Sherry-Ann Fraser couldn't complete the catch, neither could she stop the boundary.
Yeah, a chance for her to add a catch to those 2 wickets that she's already have. The big wicket of Deandra Dutton just seemed to have dropped short of her, but a good effort.
Hitting with the wind, so that ball would have traveled to her with great pace. The Dutton would reflect on that stroke and think it's too close for comfort. Wrong time from a TKR's perspective for her to be dismissed. Meters inside the boundary line.
She needs to take a bit more responsibility when it comes to her batting. She has a lot of variations, Deandra. She has paddle sweeps. She has ramps. And just trying to be scoring in boundaries.
A great 46 off 34 when they played against Barbados Royals. That was in the Sky X60. Hasn't converted just yet. Deandra Dutton.
She has a score of 38 ball, 100 in T20 eyes at this very ground, the fastest in women's T20 internationals.
Dot to end the over, 11 runs from it, 57 for 2. To see the young generation at the ground here at Warner Park looking on. Zeta James of the Warriors, the sideline. Time now for Sherian Fraser. Double wicket strike. He's into a third over now. The fumble at backward point allows for a single.
Shadeen Nation. Andrew Dutton just opening the face and trying to get past backward point region.
Was searching for that big shot leg side. Sunelise batting out of a crease, just trying to get to the pitch of the ball maybe. When she tries to impose herself on the opposition bowlers. Some lovely shots square of the wicket on the onside. She's not afraid to play that pull shot. There it is, properly timed in the gap. They will get two.
That's a poor throw from Rachel Vincent, but again, good running between this pair.
Maybe some future Massey Women's CPL players. Dressed in identical outfits. Smiling, great to see. Straight to the fielder, that's a sharp chance taken. A Shell Lubricants classic catch. And guess who accounts for it? Sherian Fraser.
And a good catch by Karishma Ramhara. Again, she's created opportunities. And Sherian Fraser doing it all on her own. She's accounted for those 3 wickets, as you mentioned. Sunelise goes for 9, Knight Riders 6 stay for 3.
Shona Knight. Starts with a beautiful looking defensive stroke off the middle of the bat. Last wicket, Nokia's delivery from Sherian Fraser. It was angling down the leg side, maybe just cramped Sunelise a bit. Wasn't able to get it past that fielder, Ramharak. A short fine leg. Two dots to end the over. A successful one. 60 for 3. She's climbed to the top with her 3 wickets, Sherian Fraser. Still, of course, 1 game to play, you would think. Chance for her to increase that tally. Most wickets this season, of course, the leading wicket takers, Sherian Fraser, at the top with 3 wickets. Shakira Selman of the Royals. So to Hayley Matthews on that list. Couple TKRs contending as well. She gets hold of this one. A massive great shot going to Deandra Dutton. She's moving into overdrive.
Yeah, she knows that overs are going. She needs to get going. Yeah, just plants, clears that front foot. And she knows her scoring areas. 74.6 meters.
How will she respond? This time outside off stump and dragged on. So extremes, first being clubbed for a 6 and then getting revenge. Gajnabi coming to the fore with another wicket for the Warriors.
She's in disbelief, but again needing to mix that aggression. She plays on. A disappointment for TKR. They lose their skipper for 21. Night Riders lose their 4th for 66.
Haley Jensen. Wickets once again falling in clusters. They lost 2 in quick time, and then both Deandra Dutton, Sun Elise, 6, and then dragged on. Just went wider, so good thinking there by Gajnabi. Never in control when you're reaching for a ball that is wide outside the off stump. Compounded the problem trying to hit the leg side. Never in control, Deandra Dutton. Gap found. Might not have the distance to go for 4.
A good chase from Ramharak and a good option for Hayley Jensen just to open the face and go past that short 3rd man area. Oh!
Target gone with a straight line. That's why she's so crafty. Look at the most runs in the tournament. Deandra Dutton getting starts at the top with 41 runs accumulated so far. Chloe Tryon closely behind. Of course, the Royals will take on the Warriors in the very next game. And the end of the over, a wicket coming from it. 69 for 4. Here at Warner Park. Quite a few characters around the ground, music blaring. Let's focus on the action out in the middle. Two relatively new batters at the crease.
And they've got to find gaps to take those singles that go on offer, but they refuse them earlier because their top order is very heavy one in terms of Dutton, Kirby, McLean. They're all power hitters. Got to have a mixture.
You're seeing a similar trend in the batting. Very comparable to what we saw from the TKRs against Barbados Royals in the first game. After 15, they were 82 for 4. And at the moment, in the 14th over, 70 for 4.
Stop it!
Did mention wickets falling in cluster. They lost 2 in 1 over, then straight away. Sunelise, Deandra Dutton departing around the same time.
They're just 6 balls apart.
Back up! Well done, Dean!
A good point about rotation of strike and picking up the singles. That's a good way to start a consolidating process, especially when you lose wickets, when you're approaching the last 5 overs of a T20 match.
Oh yes, well done.
And then you want one of those batters who go through the power play to bat deep.
See you snacking away there, Stacey Ann King. Brilliant, excellent stuff. Little risks, results in a single and a strike changeover. 14 overs gone, 72 for 4. Sherry-Ann Fraser, she was exceptional. 2 wickets in one particular over, again showing control and craftiness. Showing that ability to move the ball away and then into the right-handers. Haven't seen Stefani Taylor and her off-spin just yet.
She also has the option of Chamaria Tapatu. So bows a bit of spin.
But Stefani Taylor must also ensure that the fielders within the 30-yard circle are close enough to prevent the single. The last thing you want is for fielders to be on that 30-yard marker and allow for the easy single just in front of the batter. Sealing it off, sealing it on. It's a less intrusive way of just applying more pressure on the batting pair, especially when they're looking for a little bit of a recovery. Cover quite deep. Point is beyond the 30-yard circle.
Oh, stop it! That is you, girls. Come on, energy. Let's finish strong, girls. Come on. Let's finish strong, team.
Been good from Shabika Gajnabi. 7 dot balls.
And she's not express pace. What she has is that ability to get the ball to angle into the right-handers. She bowls wicket to wicket, so she will challenge your defense as a batter. You end up playing across the line and you don't make contact, then she's in with a shout for the LBW.
Oh yes, catch it! More like you, guys. Keep it tight, guys. Come on, team. Tight, guys. Tight. Oh yes. All right.
The easy single. 4 singles already in the over. 1 delivery left. You can of course have a culinary experience here at Warner Park. Your local dishes on offer. Dot delivery to end the 15th. 76 for 4. Your usual fried chicken on seal. Looks like a soup or a sauce. Already beginning to get hungry here in the com box. Looks delicious.
Yes, indeed, Darren Ganga, that stuff goes down well, especially after a bit of the sponsor's product. Many people boating around this afternoon, off to Nevis, 2 miles away from St. Kitts at the closest point. Home of the famous Sunshine Bar, very famous, in fact, around the world. Yes, home of the famous Killer Bees. I know Danny's been there for sure. They also have lovely organic vegetables. Managed to get out there last time we were in St. Kitts with Darren Sammy. Play some golf. We really enjoyed it. Wonderful part of the world to be hosting this first ever Massey Women's CPL. Indeed, I think Danny's ready for a killer bee. It's been a long afternoon with the delays. Rishma Ramarak with her final over. Sister of Mariah Ramarak, who hosts the SportsMax Zone on SportsMax Daily. You may know her, sports broadcaster. Shona Knight and Haley Jensen, the 2 batters on strike. Want to work the ball around now, not lose any more wickets at this stage. More rainbows in the distance. Our producer's got the binoculars out like Robinson Crusoe, having a look across. Chip down the ground, got hold of it. Is it going to be enough? It is indeed. Wow, it's a massive, great shot. Much needed for the Trinbago Knight Riders.
Yeah, 100%. Haley Jensen off spin, and she used her dancing shoes to good effect and got down to the pitch of the ball and dispatched it rather sweetly. And Ghaznavi had no chance in the end. She's a tall woman. Trying to get a hand on it, couldn't.
And she goes again, this time into the offside. 1 bounce for another boundary. The Kiwi international getting into the action.
shifting gears here, Jensen. And all of a sudden, there's a dozen off this over with still 2 to go. Yeah, goes leg side of the ball and just opens up that arc a little. Swashbuckling carve over extra cover. Very good, very effective. Almost goes all the way.
Captain Stefani Taylor just having a word. Settle her down a bit. Ramarak. Means a lot to both of these captains. We see a tense-looking Deandra Dottin on the sidelines now. She can only watch. It's a good over for the Knight Riders. 13 off it, 89 for 4. Doing a good job here, these two, Kaishona and Jensen, for the Knight Riders, 24-run partnership. And that's the think tank. Nisa Mohammed and Deandra Dottin, decades of experience between them.
Yeah, just what you need in any tournament scenario. Coming around now, Connell.
Oh, nice and easy in the end. Shabika Gajnabi with the Shell Lubricants classic catch. Simple enough in the end to get rid of Kaishona Knight.
Oh, Kaishona Knight, she'll be a little aggrieved given that she's had a nice little partnership at 24 and 25 with Jensen. And it's a little chip shot that was neither there or the other thing. And it really is a half-hearted chip. It is the end. Kaishona Knight, but just 5, and it's 90 for 5.
Geetika Kodali, the new batter. Wonderful bowler.
Just a little, I think if she got it a little bit better, just close the facing in the last split second of it. It's more at the bottom of the blade. But yeah, held that shape a little bit better. For Kaishona Knight, that would have gone over the top.
Yeah, she'll want to get Jensen on strike. This is what Stacey Ann King mentioned earlier, like a top heavy batting lineup. Good, Shamilia Connell. very experienced veteran cricketer. Plied her trade around the world with the West Indies women.
The thing is, you get a new batter in. Now, Connell is bowled a couple of beauties at length. Again, there's 3 in a row that were really nice.
A little appeal, but no, just 1 run and a wicket from the over. Knight Riders 90 for 5 after 17. Dot balls from Shamilia Connell. Very impactful in a T20 game. Look at that economy. Ayabonga Kaka. I do love to say that name, Danny. What a wonderful name. Ayabonga. We've got wonderful names in this part of the world as well, in the Caribbean.
Vibe, don't you? It's almost like a tune bouncing through. Massey Women's first match just yesterday. It was only yesterday. Happens when you get so condensed. So much cricket on. Yeah, 114 for 7 by TKR. They could be getting a similar score here this afternoon. Very competitive. It was only just enough. Royals almost got up to pip TKR here yesterday afternoon, 24 hours ago, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm sure the Warriors would like to think they can restrict them to less than that. And really push home that advantage of having won the toss in these rainy conditions.
Just looking out again, it blown past a little bit, doesn't it? I think we've got a bit more fortunate just in the last 20 minutes. Can't see Nevis though. Oh.
Wing and a miss.
Gee, that was close as well. Kadali survived one from Connell. Now this one from Kaka, not far away. This, oh, it just straightened the other way. Away, subtly away from off stump.
Yeah, managing to keep Hayley Jensen quiet for the minute. Kaka. She talked to me before the tournament about all the opportunities cricket has given her. Opened so many worlds. There we go, Jensen gets it away, splits the fielders. Still doesn't make it to the boundary, but they'll pick up a couple.
Just wonder if the spin was the undoing. It's sort of that second bounce off of the cricket ball when you get a slog sweep. Let's see if the old spin is the undoing. The first bounce. Dink. Unlucky. At least it didn't go for 4, AJ.
He'd saved a couple of runs. Just 1 run victory yesterday. After 18, Knight Riders 94 for 5. A couple more big buildings. The Trinbago Knight Riders would. Run rate 5.22 at the minute, but there were clumps of wickets, weren't there? 2 in the 7th. on in the 12th and 13th. Terry-Ann Fraser to finish her spell. She's really looked good this week. She's been involved in all parts of the game. Tucked away nicely by Kadali for a couple of runs.
Terry-Ann Fraser, nice little 3-wicket bag. Kirby, slash up in the air, be comfortable. Clean, got cleaned up, lost her off pole. So no lose, just paddle it around the corner. Good stuff. 3 for 15, and she's in her last now. Is Fraser.
Good in the field too, Terry-Ann Fraser, good athlete. Such an advantage in this women's game. Direct hit would have been in trouble. Some hesitation, but they get away with a run in the end.
Is Jensen trying to just be a little bit inventive to go on that leg side. Really does fancy it. We keep saying it on the small side here in the Western Terrace with the pitch right on the side of the square here, so understandable.
Not decided on just the single. Lovely time of the afternoon here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Sun just setting in the west. Be a little difficult for those fielding on the eastern side, sun in their eyes.
The drone cam fix.
Oh yeah, got it away fine. Should go all the way. And the 100 up for the Knight Riders. After 19. The Knight Riders 103 for 5.
Lovely little clip. She's again initiating a bit of movement across the crease here, Hayley Jensen. Nope. So yeah, just wanted to get inside, step inside, and caress it past the fine leg was up inside the circle.
Extraordinary images of Warner Park and the surrounding areas. In Basse-Terre, the capital of St. Kitts. Ooh, ominous looking signs from the east. Final over. Bonga Kaka.
And Terry-Ann Fraser and now Kaka, two lean athletes, aren't they? Look, they are built for speed. Lean, dive around, throw themselves around, and they get to the crease quickly.
Yes, Danny. The word that comes to mind is languid.
They're good movers, aren't they? You see, whether they're male or female, you can really see that with, as you say, tall, languid that just move gracefully, or women as well. Just make it look easy when they're sprinting after a ball, or diving around the boundary, or running in from a long way to the bowling crease and getting in. A la the great Jamaican Michael Holding, just cruising off that long run at the Oval in 1976.
to get away with that, Jensen.
Well, it is the time, isn't it? It is the final over after all, and she's made some shots, not quite connected as well as she'd like. Wow, you're not far away. And suddenly 23 balls have been gobbled up. More fresh air from Jensen. Suddenly that 25 has been scored from 24. 2 fours and a maximum.
Frustration on the face. Hailey Jensen being bamboozled by Ayabonga Kaka here. Snuck out a single. The last ball of the innings for Itika Kodali to face. Oh! I'm bold with the last ball. Kaka got the last word. 105 is the Knight Riders total off their 20.
Yeah, great delivery. Fuller. Kodali was trying to heave it downtown somewhere and smash it to the fence. Came second. Kaka has picked up a wicket right at the last delivery. There it is. Off peg goes back. The zingers are alight again. Great stuff. They managed to restrict the Knight Riders to 105. Remember, they got 114 yesterday, and it was enough just by 1.
Yeah, the Royals gave it a good chase yesterday. What can the Guyana Amazon Warriors do with this total? Very unsatisfied Hailey Jensen there. Wanted a few more at the back end. Natasha McLean started well with a 20 off 26, with Jensen top scoring. Run a ball 25. 105 on the board for the Trinbago Knight Riders. But it was Cherry Ann Fraser who did the business, Danny.
Yes, that 3 for 21 with 14 dots. Kaka herself was 17 dots, 1 for 13. And Connell at the top there, another 17 dot balls and just 10 runs given away for the 1 wicket. So good stuff all around. So it's a good bowling performance from the Guyana Amazon Warriors women.
Right, well, I believe Stacey Ann King is with Cherry Ann Fraser now.
Hi guys, so I'm here with Cherry Ann Fraser. Cherry Ann, you had very good figures of 3 for 21. Talk to me, how was that bowling experience for you?
Honestly, it's a good one that I remember so far in my career. Early on, I asked the opening bowlers, what was the conditions like in the first 2 overs, and they kind of relayed that information to me. So it was just for me to go and follow up on what they started on.
You struggled with a bit of injury now coming into this bowling and fielding performance. What would you add that to?
Can you repeat? What would I?
Yeah. What would you give comments to?
Just a lot of rehab, day in, day out. It's been frustrating some days and a bit impatient to return. We're just happy to return now.
You've got a red or burgundy hair color. Talk us through this.
Had to get something hot for WCPL, man.
105 is the total. How do you think your team is going to apply themselves to chase this down?
Look, again, just like how the bowlers assess the conditions early on, I think it will be key for the opening batters to assess as well. Have a look first. TKR has a good bowling lineup, so just keep playing good cricket and play the ball in merit.
Cherry, thank you very much and good luck in the chase.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stacey Ann King. Well, Cherry Ann, hungry to get back to it after her injury and something hot for the CPL. She has come out hot this year. Trinbago Knight Riders went into bat first.
There's always going to be an interesting scenario with McLean and Kerry Ann Kirby. Not catch, would have been a smart one. But, pace on there, on the ball, and then also when you're batting in the power play, you've got to get on with it. Here's another first one down here, and it was her, dear old Cherry Ann Fraser. Oh yeah, the pole's starting to get rattled here.
Yeah, it was a good wicket. She'd hit a few big ones, Natasha McLean, and then the captain, Deandra Dutton. And the third wicket for Fraser, Sune Elise, with a nice sharp catch from Ramarak. A couple of big strikes from Dutton, and then dragged on. She spent a long time looking at it.
There was a big moment in this innings where the skipper couldn't kick on, but Hayley Jensen came in and pumped one downtown, then slashed it over extra cover. They were consecutive deliveries. Yeah, and then soft. Just at the bottom, Knight just couldn't quite get all of it. And to disappear back. And nice little bit of improvisation again from Jensen. And then the last ball of the innings, Guyana gets knocked over by Kaki.
So the Guyana Amazon Warriors then will need 106 runs off their 20 overs. 5.3 runs per over is the run rate. And we will have all of that live action from Warner Park when we come back.
This is how we play the game. This is how we play. And we gon' represent and show them who we stand for. So get up and unite for your team. We'll give the best we've got. That's how we
every
play.
ball, every bat, every pitch, every part, every deal, every wicket, every stone. And the heart and soul and passion, and the culture, Caribbean blood. When people come out all nation, to the team in a unification. When the stadium ram bleach at the grandstand, and the meaning of beautification.
It's how we play.
When the stadium ram bleach at the grandstand, and the meaning of beautification.
It's how we play.
Now there's the hat on Nevis. Can't quite see the top of Nevis. But at the moment, in the Massey Women's CPL, the second match of this mini tournament, it's the Night Riders up against the Amazon Warriors. Warriors won the toss, and Stefanita said, look, we'll bowl first. Thank you, Deandra Dotton. McLean, yeah, she took a while to get in, and then she pumped a couple. And it was really left up to Deandra Dotton herself, 21 from 18. But it was Hayley Jensen who ended up being top scorer with a nice 6 and a 4. And you look at Connell, yeah, she was very impressive with the economy. So was Kaka in the end. And that Tyrion Fraser, 3 for 21 with 14, was probably the pick of the bowlers. So wickets to fall. Darren Ganga alongside. Some good bowling.
Indeed, she was excellent with her lengths. In that good length area, short of a good length, creating pressure. The first wicket, that of Kirby, then Natasha McLean. So Elise was the third. And she just motors on in terms of her stature and reputation in this tournament. I spoke about the lengths. Majority, that cluster in that green band and short of that green band. Just outside the off stump, she gets the ball to go away, gets the ball to come into the right-handers. So always quite challenging. Maybe the template for the other seamers to use in this match. Target for the Warriors, 106 off 20. Jamari Atapatu will have laser focus on that target.
And Shemaine Campbell, I believe, is going to be her partner. So let's see what transpires here. As I say, it's very dark behind us, a big cloud. It's breezed on around to the western side. All that rain has been coming from the eastern side and then coming across with the breeze. But look at that, great pictures for you on Stump Cam. And thank goodness for the lights. But yeah, right behind us, very dark leaden skies. But it has just in the last sort of few minutes, it's just got a little bit lighter. Freaky big cloud cover. Then you look out there to the east, and really is quite clearer, which is a positive sign. So hopefully it bodes well for the other men's match, the second of today's, which was due to tee off at 7, which will be a little late now because of the rain. And Jamari Atapatu holds the key, you'd think. Such a powerful striker. A lot of experience, and one of the better strikers going round. Women's game. Oh, beg your pardon, it's Rashada Williams. Rashada Williams is going to be out there, not Campbell. Yes, Badali. See what she can come up with in terms of variations. Very useful.
And she's quite similar to what we saw from Sherian Fraser with her lengths. Badali usually gets the ball to angle into the right-handers. She's quite consistent. And countdown, let's play.
Dear, I think that's going to be a no ball. Waist high, and it is a no ball, and that's an auspicious start. Kudali just a little loosener, and it went horribly wrong. I think she's just rubbing her hands here. Slipped out. There'll be an extra now, and you've got to be careful. You bowl 2 of those, you can be taken from the crease.
And a start like this could just break the spirit and seal of the full fielding side. Just served up. Nice, juicy full toss. Accepted.
Big umbrella field as per on the offside. Third is at the fence and square leg. The 2 players out in the power play. We're going to have a freebie here. What can Kadali come up with? So not too much damage done. We'll repeat that one, yeah. Another free hit. Just the radar slightly off in the first 2. No legitimate delivery as such. We've still got an over to go and a freebie. Had to chuckle there. Williams did well to reach that in terms of a freebie.
It's close to a wide. We'll have to look at this again. So she gets away with this second free hit.
Right, gangers. Would have been a wide. That's better. That's what she's looking for. The radar there.
Of course, the Warriors missed the chance of playing in the final of the Sky X60 Women's Edition. A little more hunger.
Oh yes, BJ!
And when you look at this Warriors batting lineup, you would think that majority of the responsibility has to come from Shamari Atapatu and Stefani Taylor.
Work nicely here from Williams. The work on. Pull this back in. Leanne Kirby down there.
Of course, it's a great opportunity for the likes of Rashada Williams and the other young batters in this side to put their hands up. Not leave the bulk of the scoring for the senior players.
Oh, beautiful. Beautifully timed, but and we saw that as well with TKR batting. They couldn't quite thread it through, yet finding the fielder early on, particularly in the power play. That far away from carrying all the way. And Grimman got the thigh down, did well to stop it and prevent any runs. One to go, long over, a couple of extras and 8 on the board.
Oh yes, that Johnny, that Johnny.
And she's going to hold the strike here, is Williams. So first over completed, 9 without loss here.
There's Stefani Taylor, the captain of the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Batting to come, of course. Shemaine Campbell, Jadine Nation, Stefani Taylor. Batters to come.
Work, Jenny, work, Jenny.
Williams has hogged the strike. All of that first over, and a single off the last means she's kept it. Shanita Grimman. Grimman, a little bit of responsibility here after a relatively expensive first over. Oh no, no, says Atapatu.
Bit of bounce with that hard new ball. There's a proud seam as well. Lacquer on the ball would allow it to slide on. Might not have a lot of turn into the right-hander.
Yeah, that's did turn that one. You're right, Aaron Gangle. That's gone a bit more than we would have thought, wasn't it? It's a wide, but gee, it went off the straight.
Surprising. It was very slow from Grimman. 78 kilometers per hour and lots of revs on that delivery.
Asha McLean, the keeper, no price with that one. It turned and it was just dipping on her as it went past playing with the gloves on. Keeping. Now we're going to have Atapatu. Lefty. So Mari. Atapatu on strike. The field will take some time to get organised here. And Deandra Dotton is just marshalling, sorting. Says, look, could you come in, change you, move you, and hop over to slip, and then I'll go to cover. Everyone moving. It's a new dance move out there on the floor. Right, slippers in. And we're ready to go here. Women coming round.
Oh, yes.
Bold. It's the first one here for the coach to settle in, get a couple of sighters. Definitely in the power play. So key. She's paramount to the Warriors doing well. Chasing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it slid. Another night, you just get a bottom edge on that onto your stumps.
It's run on with a little bit of zip. The angle as well.
A little too short. No timing, understandably. It's got out there and faced a handful of deliveries here at Atapatu. 2 to go. It's underway. Think about 2. Oh, comfortably. Yeah, good judgment and nippy between the wickets is Atapatu. Underway with a brace. 93 from 109. Seems all very comfortable, but responsibility, particularly in the women's game at the top. Most sides are quite top heavy in terms of the batters dominating, getting the bulk. So just 4 off the second, and the Warriors are 13 without loss. Match 2 so far, 105 for 6 is what Trinbago Night Riders got. Hello, the rain's coming down quite heavily as we speak. Hayley Jensen's loving it. She mentioned in a pre-match interview it's so cooling and lovely, and it's crept up on everybody. Ground staff have been caught napping. Normally they don't. They're all over it. We need 5 overs to constitute a match. We've had 2.
And the pass score, Danny Morrison, 20 after 5. That's having not lost a wicket. That's the initial target for the Warriors. 13 without loss at the moment, so a further 3 overs required to constitute a game here in this very important second match of the Massey Women's CPL. With this interruption, of course, overs will be cut.
Yeah, very heavy now. See those droplets in our cameras here at Warner. There's quite a wicked shower coming down. A little bit of sun, as we say, on the eastern side there. Very dark behind us. Yeah, fascinating. It's quite light out there, out to the ocean off the harbour here in the city. But now it's eased off. Incredible. It's just eased off as we speak. A bit more. So again, that's renowned here at Warner and through St Kitts to breeze on past sometimes. And out the back, it's more on the other side now, the western side of Warner Park, where it's a little bit more clearer back out to Nevis. Nevis has got its hat on, but we're getting a lot more rain now there from that western side as you look at it now down the barrel of the camera. Right smack there. At least it's eased off. That shower seems to just breezed on past. And McLean with 20, Dotton with 21, and the top score there, Hayley Jensen, a runnable 25 were the standouts. So 3 scores in the 20s and really nothing much else to write home about. Extras even got to double figures with 11 to get past just 3 figures. 105 for 6 from T20. And when you think about what happened yesterday, 114 was good enough. And Colin at 1 for 10, 1 to 1. Kanapi 1, but really the standout there, Cherian Fraser with the 3 for 21 was the most damaging from the Warriors bowlers perspective. And now reply, the openers are out there, Williams and Atapatu, really just both got off the mark to get underway, and we've only had a dozen deliveries, 13 on the board so far. Kadali and Grimman an over each, and Kadali started with a above hip high full toss and then a wide, so quite like she was getting out of the blocks with it. Right, well, we've got this bit of stoppage. I thought we'll just roll in some great stuff out and about with Naomi Cowan.
Kitts and Nevis, the twin island known for its beautiful beaches and having 31 named mountains, along with an illustrious history in the sugarcane industry. However, what we've never seen is another side of things. I'm with Shamilia Connell of the Guyana Amazon Warriors women's team, and we're going to actually get on a train. The St. Kitts Scenic Railway is one of the best attractions here, where you get to see the island like never before. Oh, you've been here before?
I've been here before, yeah.
But you've never seen it like this before?
No, I've never seen it like this.
All right, well, let's go.
Let's go.
Travel to different Caribbean islands, there's certain things that are similar, but then there's so much differences as well.
Yeah.
You know, like I've never seen a train ride across an island before, like what we're experiencing now.
Yeah,
right?
me either. So I guess like you just say there's something, a lot of things are similar. Like all the Caribbean countries have beaches, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think about playing at Warner Park? How has that been for you?
It's a good experience. I never played here, just trained, as I say, and I always wanted to play in St. Kitts because they say that it's one of the homes for West Indies cricket, so it's been a good experience.
You played for the Warriors in the Fair Break Invitational Tournament.
Yeah.
And then here you are again playing for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Look at that.
Yes, it's very good. Well, that says I'm a warrior.
You are a warrior.
Hopefully we can lift the trophy and probably we get to go on the senior tour again.
Shamilia and I just completed a beautiful train ride across the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. We saw many things, including a Dutch island. We saw the ocean. We saw where the Atlantic meets the Caribbean, and you were dancing.
Of course.
I saw you.
I like dancing, so that's good.
There we go. Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, very much fun.
And now I think it's time to get back to the cricket, but Shamilia, thank you for joining me, and all the best for the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Miss Connell, yes, well done. What a star in the making. Get on the train and rush off around St. Kitts. Well, still frustrating because it's still a soft drizzle, very lightly. So by 6:52 p.m. they've got to get those 3 overs in. Most frustrating for fans alike. 55 minutes to get those 18 deliveries and to constitute a match with the old DLS, 15S and P&Q and RS function.
I love the explanation for it, Danny Morrison.
Massey Women's CPL, match 2, 105 for 6, placed 13 not out. Got the rain, which is annoying, and they need another 93 of 108, but it's going to look like we're going to reduce the number of overs. We're going to take a break. and hopefully after that come back with some more live action.
It's how we play.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Jamaica Talawas ruined the homecoming of the 2021 champs last night at Warner Park, with Brandon King sizzling 89 or 57 balls, consigning St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to an opening loss in Hero CPL. Barbados Royals, too, are ready to silence the Sugar City faithful tonight, boasting a strong squad keen to add to their 2 previous titles. Right again. Sorry, I didn't hear something. Jamaica Talawas ruined the homecoming. Jamaica Talawas ruined the homecoming of the 2021 champs last night at Warner Park, with Brandon King sizzling 89 or 57 balls, consigning St. Kitts and
play.
Good evening and welcome back to Warner Park. I'm afraid to say Mother Nature has been the victor here this afternoon into evening. Rain still filtering down. It's lingered over Warner Park this afternoon. So just moments ago, the captains informed that in fact it will be a no result in this contest in match 2 of the Massey Women's CPL between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the Trinbago Knight Riders. They will share the points, 1 point apiece. Very unfortunate. This was the action we had. The Guyana Amazon Warriors captain Stefani Taylor won the toss, sent the Trinbago Knight Riders in. They achieved 105-6 off their 20. And the Guyana Amazon Warriors, well, they started just a couple of overs. A good start from them. They'll feel disappointed not to get the opportunity to chase that. So no result for this match number 2 in the Massey Women's CPL. So 2 matches in, the Trinbago Knight Riders have qualified for the final. Yes, they got 2 points for the first victory and they got a point for that no result today. Takes them straight to the final. So it means then that third match, Barbados Royals versus Guyana Amazon Warriors, tomorrow, Saturday, will be a knockout. Whomever wins that will go through to the final to face the Trinbago Knight Riders. Here's the Massey Stores leaderboard, which tells the tale. Short a competition for the women, a little unlucky not to be able to finish this second match. But it means Trinbago Knight Riders are through and Amazon Warriors and the Tritons, well, they'll battle tomorrow, Saturday, to see who makes it into the final. Yeah, the crowd is still here, of course, expecting to see their home team, the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, play a little later against the Barbados Royals. Hand in head, looking a little disappointed there, hoping that this rain will clear. Here it is. It will be match 3 of the Hero CPL. The home team, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, looking to bounce back after a defeat last night. They'll be taking on the Barbados Royals. Thank you so much for your company, and we hope to see you very soon for some live action from Warner Park in St. Kitts.